Gwango right now involve him talking about his job occupation at Audi, and Audi allows 16, 17, 18-year-olds to work for them. So that added, of course, credence to the fact that they were employed. They stated how they did their GCSEs and they're going to next year, and someone can attend college in the UK at 18. So there was a lot of credence towards the fact that obviously I was under the belief that they were 17, and a lot of their friends, such as James and others, can also attest that Dupe had lied about his age. Of course, retroactively as well, looking back, this situation does not make me a predator or a grok, because you cannot be retroactively reframed as a grok due to sexual messages being sent. You can be criticized for being overtly negligent and also not doing the right steps of verification. However, there was no sense of malicious intent or actions here. So we're going to break down necessarily what this document is trying to accuse me of and the logical fallacies that are in play. And I'll touch a lot more of that in the document, but I really want to hit it to home in regards to you guys that I really did believe that this person was born in 2007, so I'm showing a lot of screenshots to Gwango right now, and he will be sending it on stream. What's highlighted in the red boxes is him talking about how he was 16 in the past, using past participles. Me basically stating how he was 17 to further add on to the fact that, you know, I believed him to be 17. And also one of the main situations as well was, of course, when he linked his... was coming to me and stating, can I have help with reporting my face, which is found on this docs? And what had actually ended up being the case was that he faked this docs of himself. All the information is completely censored, by the way. And apparently there was he was actually faking the fact that his mother got arrested for domestic violence, child neglect, and drug alcohol abuse.
Careful.
Not Diddy activities, the other activities, okay, just was very not nice to them. And this, of course, added credence to other stuff very soon, but of course, reply.
So do I... Okay, oh, so I could show that on YouTube, right?
Yeah. So we'll start with these. Gwango, tell me when you show, and then we'll just wait until you put those on there. By the way, guys, make sure to like and subscribe on Gwango's stream. Get him to 100,000 subscribers so he gets a verification badge, so he won't need to face any more stupid strikes. Or I didn't ID verify. Don't excuse to context. Okay, do you want to do it in case I accidentally say a hit word?
Yeah. Okay, so more or less past couple of months, I think it's safe to say months, right? Months, right, Parlo?
Past couple months, yeah.
Okay, so the past couple of months, there's been this group of people that have been going after Parlo. Okay, it's and Parlo was, you were 19 during the relationship, right? Right?
18 at the start when they were 16, 19 when I believed them to be 17.
Okay, so
1 year, 11-month age gap.
1 year, 11-month age gap. Okay, so that age gap is entirely legal. Now, contrary to what some... But I feel like age gap, not necessarily relating to this situation, but another situation. I'll get to that in one of my future videos. But more or less, this group of people have been attacking Parlo, spreading lies about the situation, twisting chat logs, excluding certain context from certain screenshots to basically make Parlo look like the second coming of a German painter or Australian painter.
And this is a very important phrase that a lot of you should probably use as a rebuttal in case it ever comes up. Retroactive reframing. It's where they reframe logs from the past. For example, in this situation, when I couldn't have ever possibly known that he was 12 or 13, and then try to twist it in a way that it makes me look Diddy-ish, predatory, Diddy-ish, regardless. That's retroactive reframing in its best ability here. Every YouTuber with half a brain, Ruben Sim, Green Lego Cat, Schlep, sure, the DMs are extremely degenerate, of course. but they know that there was absolutely no proof under any circumstances that I actually knew that he was significantly younger than he claimed to be. It was a clear-cut case of deception and catfishing, and I don't want Dupe to be hated or harassed because you're going to make the situation 20 times worse, and I don't hate Dupe anymore under any circumstances. I do wish he's getting better. I know that he's taking a break from the internet. I would love to talk with him again so he can confirm that his admissions, of course, were not... he was never pressured or extorted into any admissions, which a lot of people are trying to claim to... He takes accountability for what he did. But the point here is, he did a lot wrong, and I did a lot wrong. That does not make him a terrible person, because he is 13, okay? There's plenty of time for him to change and grow as a person. He's not like Mustache Man, German Man, Evil Man, Diddy Man, that. But to frame this situation as callously as, I got catfished, therefore I must have retroactively known that this person was significantly young, and therefore I did our blood, is just absolutely freaking stupid. Okay, I have to make sure I don't swear. It's very dumb. It's very stupid. It's very stupid. Have you shown these screenshots right now? The most recent ones.
Yeah. Second most recent.
The ones where I'm telling him to engage in social contact and speak to more people. That's crystal clear proof that I was never, under any circumstance, attempting to constrain him or isolate him from speaking to other people, which is something a lot of grommers actually do. A lot of grommers want to have full control over the person that they're manipulating. They don't want them to speak to others. They want full, complete, ungoverned control over the person that they wish to manipulate in order to solicit them, in order to manipulate them, in order to get them to do things, of course, which they know are bad. And this just simply was not the case. There's a lot more examples of where I have actively... It was not a case of isolation or control. It essentially was just a case of me and someone who I believe here in the same boat, close in age to me, communicating and basically helping. It's verbatim. Also, during the interview that he had with someone as well, he straight up denies and me ever telling him to be secretive about this. The only time I ever basically and I think Maple, if you're in chat, say yes. Yeah, no, Maple Shakes. Yeah, everyone look at the user named Maple Shakes quickly. She states, so I vented a lot to Maple as well about a lot of my problems, and I always, stated to Maple, can you obviously keep my venting in private, not release it? Because a lot of bad people, like XD Gamers friends at the time, would take those logs, make fun of me, use it to go after my vulnerabilities and stuff like that. Maple can attest in chat. So look at Maple if you can attest in chat that, that stuff does happen. And I have spoken about that. I've got a couple document, but that was the only time when I had told Dupe to essentially, keep my thing, private. I preferred people not to make fun of me, of course, for any, vulnerabilities. So yeah, look, Maple confirms in chat as well. So someone maybe get a soundbite of that so I can put it in the video, perhaps. Okay, so let me go and address, I think, the main thing, which, of course, is the fact that we attempted to... well, not attempted, actually, under any circumstances, but we were planning, of course, to meet up. There was no attempt. We were planning to meet up. This was discussed only after me and him had come to succinct agreement, that I could further verify what he looked like. So let me get these screenshots, first of all. And then we'll go back to me, of course, attempting to coincide with him, help him through, times where he needed help and stuff like that. So let me get these quickly. Let me scroll down. So a very large point of this document, it attempts to claim that I'm trying to circumvent parental things here in order to essentially meet up with Dupe without his parents' knowledge. And to anyone who sees this example, to anyone who sees this screenshot, it looks undoubtedly. I mean, if I saw this, it looks fucking bad. Show that screenshot. So yeah, this looks bad. However, the document and the person who actually has access these logs systematically did not bring up why I had completely distrusted his parents' capabilities in regards to Dupe. Not only did I believe that Dupe was 17, but according by what he was stating himself, his parents monitored absolutely everything he did. By his own logic, they were emotionally abusive to him. They would yell at him, make him cry. They would even install like malware onto his phone to find out everything about where he was going and stuff. It was extremely, extremely weird behavior, and I'm going to show a lot of these examples right now. This, from what he was stating himself about his parents, made me deeply entrust, obviously what he was, what his parents' true motives and intentions here were. Verbatim here on the 2nd of October 2024, I'm seen stating myself that, such obsessive and weird behavior. Dupe himself is literally insulting his parents here and stuff like that. Way more screenshots to show. And of course, as well, he was stating that his parents, heavily Catholic, and they were, bigoted. And he said something that very much concerned me at the time on I believe this was either early August or the 8th of July 2024. They stated if they found out about me, speaking to someone of the same gender, I would be burnt at the cross. That was deeply concerning and a very large factor to why I completely distrusted that the parents had the right intentions here, because he was openly stating that he would get very large ramifications and would be possibly punished in case of anything, transpiring, which is very odd. And then here's him basically stating, if we ever met, they'd get very angry. So that was extremely puzzling and troubling behavior right there. And let me show you other screenshots of what Dupe was stating as well. Here's him stating that they installed parental controls and he only found out 9 days ago. Let me find that screenshot quickly. Here we go. There's no fall-off happening. I'm defending myself against and also completely taking out of context allegations. Him as well, stating that his dad was yelling at him and locking him in a car. Okay. That's being completely obfuscated from all of this as well. So, yeah, I think you guys can quite possibly understand now why I stated what I stated. He's openly stating that his parents have a criminal record, a criminal history, and are also abusive. So, yeah, you can perhaps understand why. Can you ban the user in chat who's making jokes about this? It's not predatory. Guys, I'm going to rephrase it again. I'm going to reset it again. To all 800 of you, look in chat. Please do your research. Dupe claimed to be 17 when I was 19. Dupe later turned out to have actually been catfishing and was 12 to 13, to which I cut them off. Can anyone in chat please comprehensively go over how that would be predatory? Exactly. It was a comprehensive case of catfishing, comprehensive case of being lied to. It was not predatory. It was not gromming allegations. It was nothing like that. Can you also ban the user in chat who's spamming as well? Also ban Status God as well, because he's just making jokes about the situation, which is openly
guys, I feel like it's extremely weird to make jokes about something like this, especially with a situation where like a YouTuber who literally calls out stuff like this is being falsely labeled a PDF file, essentially, or a situation where he was like lied to.
Yeah, ban Status God permanently. He's openly just making jokes about the situation. Ban the guy who's spamming chat as well. I think there needs to be more mods.
Yeah. I'll give some more people a moderator real quick.
Yeah.
Some people are messaging me about it, about giving them mod earlier. I just kind of couldn't respond.
Like, okay, one in chat if it's just insane that a situation as egregious as this catfishing is retroactively reframed where I'm being currently defamed a predator. And I mean, a lot of these people who are making these claims are children who want an excuse to hate me. I've seen a lot of these comments on Twitter. A lot of these users are openly basically boasting currently that they have a valid reason to now dislike me. And a lot of this is Saberspark situation where Saberspark had someone come out basically claiming that he SA'd them. And a lot of these users were openly basically mocking. They were basically mocking the fact. They were actually celebrating the fact that this person was allegedly victimized by him. Completely just spreading to what?
DMs real quick.
All right, sure.
What do you think about that?
Casino curious? Say hello to Betty. Real money slots, real time fun.
That stuff's not mentioned, but
don't.
Yeah,
don't,
I know. Under
no.
those circumstances, yes, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
But yeah, this is not a case of predatory actions. I want to hear, does anyone else systematically agree with the analysis that I've brought up currently and actually genuinely think that this is a case of predatory behavior? Anyone any one of you has the mic right now? Oh, we've got a UTTP he does.
Yeah,
that guy actually was part of Skibbity Farms as well.
Entirely.
Does anyone systematically agree that a case of and Harry Twinkles? Oh wait, Dynamic Dragon, you have. Why are you deciding to step up and try and make these claims? Dynamic Dragon, you dated an 11-year-old when you were 14, turning 15.
Yikes!
What do you feel about that, Dynamic Dragon? So yeah, a lot of these people who are making these claims, actually, you know what? Let's get to addressing people who make these claims because it's about time we do that. I'm gonna make a video. It's gonna go a lot more into detail using a lot of actual really logical rebuttals. Of course, I will take accountability, and I'm not gonna focus on in any circumstance, putting down Dupe or anything like that. That's not the case of what I'm trying to make anymore, or any case. Dupe did do a lot of mistakes, but he's willing to change and move on, and he's taken steps to get off the internet and improve himself, which is very commendable. And I don't feel like calling him out for any of that behavior is warranted anymore, because a lot of this stuff I just need to personally address myself. So a lot of these accusations are coming from a user named Nats on Twitter, Natspop. Now, Natspop is a person, and I'm going to show it right now. He's making absolutely egregious claims on Twitter, and they're getting hundreds of likes, where he's trying to call me a grommer who tried to meet up with a 12-year-old. Now, under no circumstances does he claim that Dupe has lied in any of these sentences, so he's spreading libel. Libel being the fact that it's defamation written online. So he's spreading libel slander against me, and he's verbatim calling it Diddy-philic actions to a 12 to 13-year-old. Okay, I can't even take this seriously. This guy, and by the way, we have a full call with him where he had openly said that he was wrong in calling me a Diddy in regards to this situation. We have a whole archived call where he was recorded basically stating that yes, Dupe lied about his age, and now he's coming out on Twitter to now change up his entire story to now state that I wanted to meet up with a 12-year-old. Really? Really? Are you serious? Are you kidding me? I mean, there's so many screenshots in this document that I have, which has got everything compiled, where I systematically had asked Dupe, okay, when you're comfortable, I want to see if you have any selfies so I can know a little bit more of what you look like. Under no circumstances did I ever believe that Dupe was 12 to 13, and in no circumstances as well did I ever solicit Dupe for any illicit images. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, let me just get these on the stream.
So, okay, the person spamming, I'm not friends. I am not friends with Miami, and the other person addressing. I'm not friends with Miami. I systematically called out Miami for predatory actions, and there is a police report actually being made against Miami, who's part of the UTTP. And it's really funny. I'm going to drop a bombshell right now. The guy whose name is the opposite of offender, he is an FBI informant who has been making FBI reports against high-ranking UTTP members. Under no circumstances ever was I under any belief that that person was an open Didier blood. The person who, I'm going to repeat it again, the person who everyone is claiming that I'm friends with the UTTP, it is based on a lie. They made FBI reports. So you can get it and shove it up where the sun don't You look stupid for using this point against me. You look like you have no idea what you're talking about. And regarding Nafrix, I have an entire clause in my Homotopia document where I go over strategically, step by step, how she gaslit, manipulated me and many other people who were also victims of her, and how I systematically believe that she was not a predator up until the end stages of 2024. I did my investigation all the way to the end stages of 2024. And then I properly cut them off after 2024, which is when they started their blackmail harassment techniques with their friend, who also, Mr. R, can't say his name, otherwise he'll sue me, Mr. R, and started doing things.
Should I leak his name?
No, I prefer not to get sued. But, yeah, these guys don't scare me. You're also the people who are spreading these lies are just spreading lies. They shouldn't get attention, shouldn't get notoriety. They're not famous. Don't make them famous. This doesn't, of course, detract away from the fact that I messed up big time. Big time. This is a massive, massive, egregious mistake coming from someone who has a platform like I have, where I call out like objectively bad people. This makes me look like a hypocrite. When you strip back the layers, it's not as malicious as people are trying to frame it as under any circumstances. And the idea that there was a power dynamic in play, unless you retroactively reframe it, Dupe confirms that I had never used my power to push them to do anything. I was a Roblox YouTuber, and he was not a fan of my content. We did not meet from my platform. My platform was not a decisive factor in anything that transpired, and I never, under any circumstances, used my SH or vented to manipulate anyone. Everything in those vent posts was a complete, legitimate self-admission that my life was terrible, and Dupe knew that my platform meant nothing, because he openly had stated numerous times before that I had no respect for many people because I was very controversial. That completely dismantles any argument that there was any fully fledged power dynamic in play here that could possibly add on to the factor that this was gromming. Even the person who made a video calling me out recently, which I'm going to respond to his points, even stated that it wouldn't be gromming unless I knew the age. And this is the thing. This document tries really, 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 really hard to push into play that I'm a grommer. But they show in 2022 situations and screenshots and then merge them together. They merge two situations regarding 2022 together to make it look like one situation. And then they claim that I debunked it, but they show no source of this at all. And then only included this in a document to add credence to the Dupe allegations. So, very funny. And now we're going to start showing proof again. So, let me go to the addressing 2022 allegations. So, they show, and I'm going to show it right now.
Is this the Kirby stuff?
No, this isn't the Kirby stuff. This is Shanti. So Shanti was someone who was 13 turning 14, and they had basically... Oh yeah, and I want you to see the screenshot that Gwango was about to show on stream.
On screen.
The screenshot of me with the Joker profile picture were DMs I sent to Burger. that had absolutely nothing to do with the Shanti situation. It was the bottom right-hand corner of all those images is the square one with the Joker profile picture, the green one. That had nothing to do with the Shanti situation. It was meticulously added to these screenshots to give credence that I was openly ERPing with someone who I knew to be that age, being significantly younger than me. That was not the case. I did not know that Shanti was 13 turning 14 when I was I think 16 at the time. It was a less than 3-year age gap, which wouldn't even be considered a Diddy dynamic regardless, because that would have to be 5+ years, or in a court of public opinion, I'd argue 4 years or more. But that's just not the case. And they claim that I debunked the allegations, but they don't show any sources in order to basically manipulate the viewer into systematically believing that these allegations still hold weight and credence, so they can use this to pile onto the Dupe situation. So here I'm going to show an example, and this also adds on to the Dupe situation as well. A lot of the reason why relationships went to poop was because I have been catfished so egregiously bad in this situation that it still had followed me a whole 3 years later. Burger was 2 months older than me, and I was 17 while they were 16. They had systematically taken messages of mine completely out of context and made it look like I was a groomer, I was a grummer, Diddy our blood, all of that stuff. And people on Twitter kept using these screenshots. Again, under all these circumstances, it was unbelievable. People were trying to call me a grommer for this situation because, quite literally, I was 2 months younger. Now, I see users claiming that Shanti said they were 13. Fair play. However, I did not see that message. I, under no circumstances, even knew who this person was, and Shanti even confirms this himself. There is a whole part of this document that I'm going to start showing now. Give me a minute. So Shanti randomly, in my server, started making very degenerate comments in which it was like them stating some weird furry stuff to begin with, and then I was in VC. I'll show you can read it actually. I have a whole document on it. But eventually they started making really gross comments. Under no circumstances did I ever reciprocate. Actually shut it down, and people started claiming that okay, there was one comment I made where it's like, not his Shanti, save it for DMs, as a joke, obviously, because there was a lot of jokes being made at Fave at the time. And this is all completely debunked in an old document that I made that is not, under any circumstances, shown. Gwango, please show these so people can see. I did not message this person in DMs. I did not send a single example of a sexual message to them. S3 extra message. I did not know their age. Even Shanti confirms this. There's a lot of screenshots which are going to be shown on screen right now. The document's being worked on continuously, actually. More and more is getting literally added every day. But even Frev spoke to Shanti, and Shanti confirms there was absolutely nothing.
Look, it's not you.
That means it is me.
I just
Ban the person, obviously, who's making these comments. I take credit, should have done something there, and I do something now. When someone makes a weird comment in general, warn them, ban them, gone. So obviously I've shown change in time. But for him to meticulously take away these screenshots, by the way, show every single one by one. Yeah. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The guy knew that both these situations were completely different. He intertwined them and then added them on to add credence onto the Dupe situation. So now, when basically he says, "Oh, Parlo actually has a history of doing this now." Well, no, I don't. Very simple as that. No, I do not. Again, here I break down how the age gap was less than 3 years as well. Not that anyone should care, regardless, because I've already proven. And Shanti already confirmed that I didn't know who they were, but this is, of course, proof that both those allegations are systematically untrue. And they try and claim here. I'm fairly certain that Parlo claimed to have debunked these allegations, though. So the original creator of this document desecrates his own credibility by including screenshots that he claims to have been debunked in a document where he claims there's undebunked allegations. Why would you do that? Why would you include screenshots that you claim to be falsified or false information? Why would you do that? Well, it's so he can tread the thin line of basically directly inferring that I'm a predator without directly stating it himself. So when it's brought up to him, he can feign the idea, well, I didn't explicitly say he was, so you're just lying. Well, a leaked group chat of the original owner of this document shows that he was desperately trying to hit that into home with those front pages. So when you see all these cave troll Neanderthals from Twitter say that this is the end of Parlo, Parlo's a predator, they have looked at the first 5 pages of this document, have not consulted me about my side under any circumstance, haven't even read the underlined thing which literally states that Parlo's debunked this, and they have immediately gone to calling me a predator. And as well, they do not do their own due diligence and research, and they have not, under any circumstance, watched my video on the Dupe situation, where I had literally proved that Dupe lied about his age. These are not cases of DDR blood behavior or bombing or anything like that, and you can use ChatGPT as much as you want to try and reframe the situation, because you can get AI to basically hyperanalyze anything. You can make a statement saying, I think it's alright to personally identify predators, and you could get AI to make that sound or expose the person who made that and make them sound really bad, or you can make them seem really good. It all depends on the prompt you want the AI to do with that, and that's why AI is very dangerous and very unreliable, especially when it comes to laws as well. For example, there's been many times when I've done research and other people, and we search up laws online, or we sometimes use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT just screws up everything because it's still really bad at researching.
I'm gonna just say something here. Okay, so like a couple of months ago, there was this like group of creators that were accusing me of using ChatGPT for laws. It was Bonky Doge and like a bunch of other Thailand YouTubers, specifically Bonky Doge. I remember that for sure. So I stated this before in a video, and I'll say it again in this live stream. ChatGPT, no matter what law, you could bring up, for example, someone robbing a bank and what laws they would violate. ChatGPT will find a goddamn way to put in CP laws into that. That is
they do that so much. They do that so much.
AI for that record. It always brings in stupid laws that have nothing to do with the situation.
It's actually like, it makes me want to, like, you'll personally tell it, this has nothing to do with cheese pizza laws, can you stop bringing this up? And it will keep bringing it up regardless. It is completely unreliable, and it basically just spreads misinformation a lot. So, anyone in chat who needs any questions, I will right now understand the situation. Or does anyone?
Parlo, your microphone's cutting out like every other word. I'm
sorry. Is this better? Better?
Right now, it's better.
I have no idea how it's gonna be. I'm just gonna have to hold it really close to my face. If anyone has any questions in regards to who Dupe is, or what, like, to understand the situation more, I will answer them in chat right now. Please answer actual serious, like, topics and stuff. Please do not, make jokes about this. Dupe is someone, again, okay, let me repeat it. Dupe is someone who lied about their age numerous times, claimed to have worked in Audi as a night job, claimed to have been going to college in when they were turning 18. This was someone who lied about being 16 10 times, lied about being 17 20 times. This is someone who also lied to many of their friends and close colleagues and associates about their age. And I had a relationship with from the 7th of, I believe it was 7th of July, and eventually until October-ish, and then they revealed that they were actually 12 turning 13 in March 2025, and that is where I cut off until I regained contact with them just to have a conversation. Well, not a conversation. We were very angry about how they were essentially spreading obfuscated context allegations against me on the Pyrocynical subreddit after Pyrocynical had specifically been known for predatory behavior. So that is who Dupe is. This was I made a video on it called The Truth. It has 400,000 views. I'm surprised how most people don't know about the Dupe situation. I originally contacted Dupe for rants in late 2023, which was around September. Dupe did it. I'm not sure. He stated he was impulsively acting when he did that, and he apologized because I had directly was telling Dupe a lot about what Pyro was doing and my investigation into what Pyro was doing. And I've noticed as well in the exposed video on me, they show a screenshot of me stating that Pyro was 20 when he was ERPing and sending NSFW to a 16-year-old. And the context behind that was that I was calling out creators who did the thing to me. No, Pyrocynical knew that Ivory was 16 and continued regardless. This situation is completely different. I've seen also people in the comments section, and they even promoted that video in Pyrocynical's subreddit on a burner account. So that was definitely disgusting. So do you have anything to say, Guam?
Nothing much. Just check DMs.
I've seen your DMs. That's why I want you to add anything. Status of the Pyro video. Pyro video is coming out relatively soon. Join my Discord. I give updates about that. There is an intro which is being worked on as well. Cormax has done the first hour of the video. 2 editors are working on crunching down the other half of the video as well. I'm going to be making a video on Nathrix pretty soon, and a response video to all the misinformation that has been spread. Again, Dupe got added with me into a group chat. That's how we first started.
You just cut out again? I have no idea.
Have my mic's got something on it. Stupid mic. I'm about to this mic. Okay.
Careful.
I would love a new mic, guys. Who would love a new mic? Because this mic can burn in the pits of hell. Anyway, so yeah, the point is, there's a lot of misinformation being spread that I want to counter. The homotopia situation as well has been brought up again, despite me already taking succinct accountability for the entire situation in the 100-page document that people don't read. The reason why it's 100 pages as well is because there's so much information to actually address. And I love how people sidestep the Nathrix situation as well, or how I, of course... Dude, can we get a 1 in chat for this? I hate this mic. Put a 1 in chat if my mic sucks.
Guys, everyone spam 1.
I'm sorry, this mic is terrible.
Spam 1, guys. Just keep on spamming 1.
Is my mic really that bad? Go on, go. You're listening to the stream. Like, really?
I'm listening and hearing your voice simultaneously, so I can't really say for sure, but it does sound it does sound a little bad. I mean, if you're are you done? Because I'd like to get a few words out about.
I mean, you go. You talk about what you.
All right. So after I posted, okay, I'm not sure how many people in this. Sorry, this is an animal farm. Maybe.
Sorry, you go ahead.
I don't know, man. This is an animal farm. So after I posted my video about the documentary stuff, which was about 2 days ago, if you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out now. I received a community guidelines violation less than 6 hours later, meaning that Ducky or his friends, one of the two, are mass reporting my videos in effort to silence me.
Well, let's hope they keep doing it then. Am I right, guys? One in chat if they hope they keep doing it.
Parlo,
W Ducky's in chat. W Ducky's in chat.
Parlo, I could bring up some stuff that you shared about our friend here.
Ducky, shut up. Continue.
Guys, all right, guys. But like I was saying, Ducky is a Roblox commentary YouTuber who does not know what the fuck he's talking about.
Language, what is wrong with you? Stop swearing.
Oh, sorry, guys. Ducky is a moron who doesn't know what he's talking about. Half of the things he says in his videos are completely inaccurate. Specifically, his latest video, the response video to my video, was full of so much poop. That's right. Poop was filled with so much poop that I don't even think he knew what he was talking about, because the first part of his video said one thing, and then what he said later on in that same video contradicted what he originally said. So I don't think he understands what he's talking about.
Hey.
Okay. Anyways, a more serious. Someone's gonna get their DMs leaked, allegedly. Anyways, I'm just gonna silently mute Parlo for a moment. You're not gonna have a voice anymore for a few minutes. I'll be making another video on the Ducky situation. I'll be, first of all,
What does it cost to be world class? It costs jockeys decades of dedication, 240 straight days of training, and hundreds of losses. Thousands even. It costs them days away from home. All for less than 2 minutes and one chance at glory. For them, it costs a lot. You get to see it for free. Experience world-class horse racing here in your backyard.
saw and was like, oh, I'm going to silence this very important video just to get revenge for you calling me out. It's a very long story. I'll be making a separate video on it. I'm just bringing that stuff up here in this video. If I get 3 more, my channel might be deleted. Thank you, Ducky. L Ducky in chat. All right, Parlo, you're unmuted. I'll give you a voice again.
So in regards to everything,
Pyrocynical video. Ducky was originally supposed to be editing it, but then he said he's not going to be editing it because he was going to quote unquote quit. Allegedly. Everything I just said was all alleged. I don't know if it's true. It's just something I've heard from spies, global leaders.
The whole chat is being so rude to Ducky, guys.
Presidential leaders. I actually spoke to Donald Trump. He also said
like
something.
I didn't appreciate how Ducky was saying that he would edit, and then he immediately laughed and said, "No, I'm actually quitting." And then he came back to YouTube and didn't tell me about coming back to YouTube. So like, I don't understand how he was quitting. I think he just wanted to not do the video. And then again, he's doing the same stuff. So like now Amos has to like edit. It's like, okay, here's what it is. But yes, I'm working with the victims of Nathrix as well. I have been working with them for ages on really finding everything against Nathrix to ensure that she is called out for good. I can rectify my past actions in ever trusting her, and she can just be left to just fester and spurg to a nothing audience on Twitter who don't care about what she's done, because she's evil. She is evil. It is evil. It is an evil creature. It is an evil creature. So, is that everything we've said?
I mean, I got out what I wanted to say for now.
You got your little temper tantrum out on Ducky?
Not even close.
Don't worry, I hear a lot of it.
I think another video would be necessary. Another 5 videos would be necessary. Allegedly, of course.
And of course, giving like those who also need help a voice is really nice.
I've actually been notified. This is kind of unrelated to the stuff that I called Ducky out for, or partially at least. I don't know if it's true necessarily. It's just something I saw at like 3 a.m. before I fell asleep. Apparently, Ducky's been falsely claiming that the community managers or even the owners, possibly of Blade Ball, did something bad. I'm not entirely sure for thanking me. The Blade Ball was a pretty big game back when he was making videos. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, so I'm not gonna like make a comment on it. but I wouldn't be surprised if Ducky has more victims.
Oh, not that saying. Oh, I wouldn't be. How about Dennis? Dennis Taylor.
Oh, dude, speaking of Dennis, I was speaking to some YouTubers. I didn't call this out in the other video, and thank you for reminding me. I didn't call this out in the video because I didn't necessarily have too much evidence of this, but a lot of big YouTubers have gone forward, and they did testify that they saw a Ducky video. Well, first there's the Flamingo video, but I'll talk about that in a second. Ducky called Dennis a R word for quote unquote abandoning his audience to make a Roblox game. Not sure what the logic is for calling him the very bad word. Very bad word.
Very bad word. Very bad word. Like it very bad word. Very bad word.
But I think it's more important the Flamingo thing that he said. He made a very, 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 very bad comment about Creekcraft's grandmother. I think this was in a video from last year. He took down all copies of it. I was going to originally make a video on it. I mean, I don't know. Should we
explain? Are you going to give any context? His grandma died of dementia.
Right. Okay. Well, I thought you were making like a sarcastic comment because I don't know. Whatever.
I would never make that about death. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Right. Parlo would never do anything like that, guys. And I'm going to defend him, obviously, if anything accusations like that.
He's casting stones from houses.
Right. So Creekcraft's grandmother died last year from dementia, and Ducky left a very weird comment. I don't exactly remember what the comment was. I remember talking about this to some YouTubers a couple of months ago. I was originally going to call it out, but I didn't want to start drama back then. Plus, back then, I didn't really have too much of a reason to start drama with him. I did find the comment pretty weird. A lot of other YouTubers found the comment really weird, but we kind of just like let it slide back then. But now, since Ducky's being called out, just figured might as well let everything out. But he ended up taking down a lot of videos. Actually, recently, after my video calling him out,
also explain like how big YouTubers knew about the Dupe situation.
I mean, I kind of pointed that out in my video, but sure. Ducky was the person who originally spread the whole Dupe bullshit in private. So he did make one thing that actually did deserve correction. Green Lego Cats wasn't notified by Ducky. Someone notified Green Lego Cats. But I'm pretty sure I heard something that Ducky was behind it being spread. It is actually confirmed that Ducky was the one spreading all this. He did confirm that he was spreading this to Schlepp privately behind the scenes, trying to get Parlo very hated, very disliked. But it ended up failing because Schlepp actually just found the whole situation to be complete bullshit. But
well, I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Well,
those
yeah.
YouTubers found it BS, but they found it. They did find it like really like extreme. Listen, there's a word
They
beginning.
found it
with
weird,
R.
but
There's a word beginning with R, and that word has been thrown a lot towards me, and I understand it. I don't even deny it. But it wasn't. It wasn't a case of like them actually thinking that I was bad.
Right, let me re-clarify myself. They were claiming like that Parlo wouldn't be like defined as a PDF or the other word that we would like to define Kim Geysa possibly allegedly as, or Bonky Doge.
Well, because they got away with their situations.
Partially thanks to document allegedly. But yeah, Ducky was originally behind those bullshit allegations spreading in the
Sorry, BS.
Oh, BS, very bad word, very bad. I don't think YouTube really cares about bullshit. Just gonna be honest with you. But it's there's a lot happening that will be clarified in my next video. The Parlo situation, Parlo will be making a video on that. Then I'll probably, most likely release my own video talking about the situation.
He will be, guys. Don't worry, he will be doing it.
He's holding me at gunpoint. But then I will be releasing a Ducky video, most likely tomorrow. Then I have some other videos coming out. And the Parlo video will be releasing. But there's a lot happening behind the scenes, especially with like some of the situations that I've been hearing about. Holy shit, I can't speak right now. About some of the situations I've been hearing about. Anyways, but lots of videos will be made very soon. Parlo, you have anything else to say?
Does anyone else have any other questions regarding the Dupe situation that you need answered? in chat. Does anyone know about the Dupe situation? Because again, oh yeah, Maple, go to my Discord. Actually, Maple, give me your Discord thing. I need you to attest for the Dupe video. It's
I
important.
could probably make a group chat for you if you want.
Yes. So Maple, give your thing to Gwango or me and then comment Dupe. Okay. So what about I'm gonna so someone's asking about the video. I'm going to address it and debunk a lot of points and misinformation and take accountability where necessary as well. The person who even made the video did not directly or openly state that I was a PDF or GROM, so it's not those allegations, but they are serious allegations regardless, and they do need to be addressed. I've already addressed them, but I'm going to address them once again. So is Maple, is Maple in your server to get in a group chat?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is she in there?
Yeah.
Alright, okay. That's probably it then.
Alright.
Defense video will be out soon.
Here, I'll make a group chat right now, actually. There you go.
Also, Pyrocynical is guilty and video will be out soon. Also, under no circumstances did I ever defend Nathrix. P3 to feel like actions as well.
Oh, by the way, I want to end off the stream on one thing. Defender from the UTTP was an FBI informant. Parlo is missing.
Tugs color.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord server, which is currently pinned in the live stream chat. Yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys either in the next video or the next live stream. I don't think I'll be doing a stream anytime soon. Or I don't know.
Why?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I will.
All right, let's end the stream now. Goodbye.
See you guys later.
Last stream ever.
Before I end, I did hear about the condo game that was found in the hatch. I think that's pretty insane. I think Green Logo Cats is a very good YouTuber. I think you guys should go watch.
Yeah, no, he's systematically really talked about the situation.
About 10 videos. I think it's very good that he talked about it.
Roblox bad.
Roblox is bad. David Bazuki is a very bad person. Goodbye.